Why is it these videos always have something dramatic going on? Let's find out. Welcome back to another recap. Today we're recapping our GP in April of 2026. Now this league night could have gone better, as you saw in the intro, but it also could have gone worse, and I learned a lot from it. I also scored some good points after qualifying in a decent spot in Group A. However, I had to qualify in the Group B setting, which was a little more rough than I had liked it to be. So this qualifying lap was actually one of the last ones. 27,950 wasn't actually that bad considering what the other times were looking like, but I was definitely frustrated that this was all I could muster after such a good result in February and March.
That traffic was unbelievable. Yeah. Bro.
I think you and I may have made the transfer to Group A. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But what was that going on?
Unbelievable racing. Sportsmanship, bro. Come on, man. This is supposed to be like a fun, competitive night. And we out here running people in the walls, man. Come on, dude.
And it started with me fucking spinning out the first time.
Brother. Dude, that... Oh, man.
Now, the frustration is evident, to say the least, but this was a really rough qualifying for me. It definitely had some moments where it could have gone better, and I think it just reflects on, in the end, this is still a public night that anyone can compete in, even if it means running people into walls. Here we go, onto the main straight of lap 2, after a very chaotic first lap. Now Christian, who started behind me, had a very good start, and we ended up coming along side by side for the first couple of turns. Now when I was alongside by him, I thought I had enough space, or I had enough of my cart in to actually stick by him. But he ended up shutting me out because I was outside of his view, even though we were axle by axle. I think I learned a lesson in that moment, at least afterwards, that sometimes it's more strategic to just back out rather than stick your foot in the door that's pretty already shut on you. Now here we go, right alongside Armin, who puts me in the wall a little bit, but no worries, we're having a good fight right now. I'm starting to realize that his cart is actually a little bit slower than mine, or at least my pace is a little bit better than his. Either way, every time we come up to a corner, I catch up a little bit to him. That he gets more straight line speed, but in the end, I'm somehow always closing the gap, especially in this first turn. I'm not sure if he's just really oversteery or understeery, but he's having a hard time controlling his cart. Now you guys might also notice I'm staying really close to his bumper, even in some cases hitting his bumper very slightly. What I'm trying to do is bump draft us so that we can get closer to the pack, now that I'm realizing that they're slowly pulling away from both of us. It's becoming disadvantageous to not only me, but to him as well, so I'm trying to give both of us that little speed boost so we can catch up. That was a little bit rough on my end. But at this point, I'm starting to weigh out the options between either keeping this going up behind him or trying to overtake him. And now that well, I don't know, but now that I am setting faster lap times, especially lap times faster than my qualifying, I'm pretty desperate. So here we go. At this point, I've set my mind on overtaking him. Here we go, right on his bumper. Here we go into the hairpin. Brake a little late, give him a little bit of contact, and we're side by side, right by garage. It's a little bumpy through that turn, but eventually I get the inside line, which gives me the advantage here, and I'm able to just pull away with that gap. I give him a signal so we can work together to catch up, but it's apparent that his kart is starting to slowly lose speed, which is really unfortunate. That means I'm going to have to work by myself to get up to this pack. No help. I've just gotta be quick.
Come on, let's go!
Little bit of contact with those black pieces at the end there, but that's my new personal best. That last lap, I was really pushing to get to the end. And now I'm starting to notice that slowly but surely, I am actually catching up to this pack. It's only up to circumstances, and as long as my kart doesn't die, hopefully I can at least gain 1 or 2 more positions before the race ends. We've only got 4 more laps to go, so let's see how this goes. We're gonna speed it up. Here we go, last lap of the race. We're starting to actually catch up to the packs, and hopefully if someone makes a mistake, we'll be able to take advantage of it. Number 19's kart is slowly starting to die, so I take the inside line. I'm trying to train alongside number 18, and we're going along side by side, right next to the garage. I make the move nice and clean, and that's another position gained. As the checkered flag waves, we come across the finish line in P7. We started P6, lost a couple positions down to last P9, and we made up 2 positions to score P7. Could have been worse, but definitely could have been better. I think I learned a lot during this GP. Especially with that first turn incident, it made me realize that I have to think more rationally about what I'm going to do, rather than just trying to make something happen. With this knowledge, hopefully I'll be able to have a much more clean May race. And after the race ended, Christian was able to give me some advice, and we ended up just having a good sportsmanship moment. And after all, we're all just here for some competitive racing, so sometimes incidents like that will happen, and what's best is to just learn from it. So I'm really glad I got to have that experience at least, because it definitely did teach me a lesson. And with that knowledge, I'll be going into May with hopefully a much stronger suit. With that being said, that's all I have for you guys in April. I can't wait to see you guys in May with hopefully a much cleaner race recap. See you guys later.